I was just sitting outside. I was practicing them in the car on the way to work every day, and I have an hour drive to work, and it would take me about half an hour to get through the whole speech. So I think I'm going to curtail it down to the last two stories. I want to tell the story about how the first day that I met Mike, the first time I ever met him in my life, he stole my stereo. Because everybody's doing that. But one of my favorite stories, and this sort of plays into what my dad was saying earlier, it was years ago, like 6 or 7 years ago, my mom and dad always, every year, get like this 12-foot tall Christmas tree. And it takes the three of us and my brother and sister-in-law all night to decorate it. And this one year, my mom calls me and she's like, Linz, Gordon and Melissa can't make it this year, and if it's just the three of us, it's going to take us till 4 a.m. to decorate this tree. So you got to get some friends. You got to get some friends to come out. And I was like, well, we've never had not family people come and decorate the tree, but sure. So I grabbed Mike and I grabbed Kenny for other kids. Kenny! Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Grab some friends, just like drag them all out there. And, just hung out. We had dinner, decorated the tree, made a fire in the fireplace, listened to Christmas music, everything like that. Had a great time, drank some wine, drank some eggnog. What's that? And, well, no, that's the Christmas party. So anyway, we had gone out there and Meredith's minivan. So we all piled back into the minivan on the way home. And everyone was just very happy and very exuberant about the fun time that we had had. And they're like, I love your mom and dad, I love your house, everything like that. And Mike was very noticeably silent in the back of the car, which, after Mike has had a few glasses of wine, is a noticeable silence. And he would be talking. And so I remember just turning around, I was like, Mike, are you okay? And he was sort of just like looking out the window, but without even looking towards anyone, he just goes, that was the first time I ever decorated a Christmas tree. And he was like, I feel like what just happened with us only ever happens in movies. He was like, I didn't think it ever happened in real life. We went, we had dinner, we decorated the Christmas tree, we listened to songs, we hung out, we drank wine, we had fun, and then we left, and everything was perfect. And he was like, I didn't think that really happened in real life. I was like, well, it does, And so then after that was when Mike sort of just became a part of the Yao plan. Like my dad was saying, he would come to birthdays, or Mother's Day, or Father's Day, or Easter, and he came to a few Thanksgivings. And so I think that we taught him a few things at these Thanksgivings. For instance, we hold hands and say a blessing before we sit down and chow down. We think that it is acceptable to have a few glasses of wine before we eat Thanksgiving dinner. It is also advisable to pace oneself. Otherwise, one might have to take a nap on the couch in the gym. Twice. So yeah, and he always, like my parents had all this land and everything. My dad would call me to ask, for me to come out and help him on the farm and do stuff like that. And then after that, he would call him and say, well, Lindsay, can you come out and help me with this? And could you maybe bring Mike along?
The guy that actually would do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I can move piles of dirt. But then shortly after that, I would run into Mike and be like, oh yeah, I was hanging out at your dad's place the other day. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. I haven't seen my dad. So yeah, he really did just become a part of our family after that. And then very shortly after that, Mike and I moved into an apartment together, very close to here, over on Brandon Avenue. And I can't remember if he was in a relationship at the time that we moved in there, but I know for a fact that he was not about halfway through, because it was me and single Bischoff and an ornery little cuss of a 2-year-old puppy named Killian. Living in the apartment together. And she just had these shrill, vibrating barks that would echo off the wall of our apartment, and they were only equaled by the shrill, vibrating tone of Bischoff's voice, yelling back at her. I'd be back in my room, trying to do work, and I would hear, Killian, shut up! Killian, I don't think you out of this house! I'd see that there was it's like having kids scrapping with remote control. And so this went on for a little while, and the reason that I remember that he was single is that after a couple of months, you were really just wearing on my very last nerve. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't figure it out why, because I love my friends. I'm very good at living with my friends. I couldn't figure out why it was happening. And I had this moment of clarity, which was that Mike had turned me into his emotional girlfriend. He had a girlfriend, and so he was using me for the girlfriend, and he was layering all this crap on top of me. And I was like, finally, basically just had to sit him down and be like, Mikey, dude, like, I might be a homo, but I'm not a chick. You gotta find a girl, man. Because if you don't find a girl, then I'm gonna have to break up with you. And I love you. And I don't want for that to have to happen. What's that? The dog is still our brown dog. But then, thank God, we found Brandy.
Moral of the story. I love it.
I am really watching the transformation of Mike over the last couple of years since he found you. I mean, going from like professional bouncer frat to a soon-to-be UVA graduate. And I mean, it's not all because of you, but it's all because of you. And I remember being so happy after he found you because, well, I'm not just going to say this because we're here and I'm supposed to say it, but you, Brandy, are one of my favorite people in the whole world. I know a whole lot of people. Just you, like whenever, I mean, Mike comes over to my house all the time, but whenever he comes over and you come over, you walking into his room just makes me happy because I know that I get to hang out with you for a while. So the fact that you guys are now together is just, I told Mikey this morning, he woke up and came, we were in the rooms upstairs and he came upstairs and crawled into my bed and he goes, Lindsay, I'm getting married. I was like, I know you are, Mikey. And he was like, I'm hungover, I'm nervous, and I was like, I'm just excited. And I really am. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to drop an F-bomb. This is fucking amazing. You've been so good for each other, and looking forward to you guys having a life together, and like making munchkins and everything like that. I can't wait to be a part of it. Well, every munchkin needs...
They'll be bigger than you when they're born.
Oh, yeah.